I think not much has changed in our program. We have the same high expectation level that we always have had. We're trying to teach each one of our new guys what Akron basketball really is about, and I think the first part of that is trust, loyalty, and commitment. We've really built our program on that, and we've shown that even in our coaching staff. All 3 full-time assistants are former players of mine. Both graduate assistants are former players of mine, and I think that's really, really important because I think we continue to honor the past of Akron basketball. We have Harvey Glover comes around, Leonard Paul, Carl Schwarzenegger. We really believe in the past of Akron basketball, and the biggest thing that we have to do is we can't diminish what those 4 guys that we lost did last year. Steve McNeese, Daryl Roberts, Mike Bardo, and who did I miss? Brett McKnight. I'm 53 today, and I'm a little senile. Senility has set in. I had to go to the bathroom 3 times already during this meeting. But those guys went to 2 NCAA tournaments, and which is really quite an accomplishment in a 4-year. We have a lot to live up to. We really only have 5 guys that have ever played for us. These 3 here, and then Alex Abreu and Quincy Diggs. The rest really have played minimal basketball. And I told Quincy and I told Alex Abreu that they have a big adjustment to make also, in the sense that I'm an old baseball guy, so I told him, last year you were middle relievers. You were guys that played in the middle of the game and really did a good job in the middle of the game for us, but you weren't really closers. And they now have to adjust and become closers. And McNeese and Daryl Roberts and Brett McKnight and those guys, they were pretty good closers. So we have some adjustments that we have to make. And, our talent level's good. Our talent level's good, but they're not ready yet to play Akron basketball. And by that I mean the grind of it, the toughness of it, the defensive end of it. We're nowhere near as good as we've been in the past at this point right now. And I feel kind of bad because Jody's so optimistic, and I feel like I'm the Grinch that stole Christmas. But that's kind of how I am. I've kind of built it like that all throughout. I know what a fine line it is. We've only lost to 2 teams in the whole league. Our record against 2 teams, and one of them is Northern Illinois. And that tells you what a fine line it is. And I told our guys, well, Northern Illinois has beaten us 4 times, and we've beaten them 3 times, but they're probably one of the worst teams that's been in the league over the 7-year period. And the reason is not talent, it's they don't know how to win. And I think we've built our program on knowing how to win. Even when we were 12-10 last year, I think knowing how to win kind of took over for us. And I think that's what we're going to build this on. I also told our guys this. I said, I believe in receiving when you achieve. And I believe that young people today really don't think about that, but I believe that everything you get, you have to earn. And so I'm not going to let any of our guys, regardless of talent, get anything that they don't achieve to receive. So I think that's key for us, is everybody that's ever gone through struggles here, and 3 of them are sitting here. I sat Nikola 10 games his freshman year. And Brett McClanahan, he hit his struggles, but he earned his playing time as a junior. And Zeke has had his ups and downs, but everybody that's ever been any good here has earned their playing time. And I think that's what we're going to do with this year's group. Now, we've made some simplifications. We've been kind of what I call mind-locked, over the last 4 or 5 days. Just not being able to react and play because, we just don't really understand what we're trying to accomplish. And so as a coach, you can't put like a round circle into a square peg or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's right.
Tragedy.
I got a master's degree in business administration, so I don't have to impress anybody, right? I'm 53, cut me a break. So we've tried to simplify, and we practiced better today. We simplified. We know we have to play great defense. We're going to play 95% man-to-man. We got to play great defense. We know when we do play the 5% zone, we got to play great zone. And when the ball goes up, we have to rebound, and we got to make sure that we throw the ball to our own team. That's really what it comes down to for us. And so we'll teach them the whole system, but it's going to be a little different than how we've done it in the past. We're going to try to keep it as simple as possible until we're ready to consume the whole thing. And play a great schedule, be challenging, and I think by the end of the year we'll be where we've always been.
Go ahead and open it up for questions. Joe Dunn from the Akron IMG Sports Network.
Coach, I've known you a long time. I know how competitive you are and how much you want to win and what you put into the program. I guess my question is, these three guys up here, as much success as this program has had since you guys have been here, are you still hungry? Do you still want it bad enough to really put the work in?
Is that a trick question?
Do we have the option? I think is the better question.
No, I would say it's pretty much the same. I mean, especially it's Brett and mine last year, and of course everybody wants to go on top. But I'm pretty sure every guy that comes here knows, like Coach said, over the years, what's the tradition of this program, and that's winning. And every guy coming in here knows what are the expectations, not just from the coach, but I would think every single guy in the locker room. And that's to be there, like Coach said, it to the end. And that's the MAG championships. Because he would not settle for anything less, and we all know that.
Brett, you want to answer that too, that question?
When I win, I don't really get complacent. It drives me to win more. And I mean, all we've really done is gone to the, I mean, I'm not, we've accomplished a lot, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's always room for improvement. We're all humans. We are flawed, and one of our flaws is not being able to go to the second round of the tournament thus far. So that's the next step, is the second, third, fourth round.
And Zeke, what are your thoughts about that?
Honestly, I'm always hungry for winning. Coach, really anyone would tell you, I don't ever settle for anything, like even for my game. Or he said, give me compliments. I absolutely hate compliments, even though I have to learn to take them. I'm an absolute perfectionist. I want the best, and MAC championship really wasn't good enough for me. I'm glad we won it. Don't get me wrong, but I want more. My hunger is even more now because I got to the NCAA tournament and I want to get back. So I can honestly say it will always be there. Honestly, if it's not, then you're in the wrong place.
Well, I think, Joe, there's three parts to a program all the time. The first part is getting over the hump and teaching guys how to win, which we've done a really good job of that. And then the second part of it is sustaining that, which isn't as easy as it seems either. Like, most people can't sustain success. And then the third part is taking the next step. So we all want to take the next step. And we also understand that if we don't do things right, like our talent level isn't good enough that if we don't play together and play hard, that we're going to just automatically win. We've shown that. I mean, when we don't do things the right way, we're just mediocre. So we've won with character, with playing together, and that thirst and desire for being successful.